Hey guys, how's it going? Tom here, and this is training day 10. All right guys, double figures, we've made it to training day 10. I don't know how we've quite done it, but I've managed to do 10 episodes of a series. I've had to open the windows today because it is absolutely sweating in this shed. So apologies if you can hear any cars or lorries flying past. It's a bit of a main road, so they go flying past really. But I had to get some air in here. It was like coming into a sauna. But we are back. I can't believe training day 10. Another day of rolling handle holds for time. So it's Monday now, so I've got rolling handle today. Tuesday, we've got the pinch again. Wednesday, another rolling handle session. Thursday, it's the run through. I'm feeling quite a bit fresher today than I was yesterday. I just had to come in, get the pinch work done and go and sort of just go about my normal day because my forearms were absolutely dead. But we've recovered now, ready to burn them out again with some rolling handle. So we're going up a nice easy 72.5, which is pretty nice. So yeah, that's not too bad actually. 72.5, 5 sets of 2 with a 2-second hold. And then it's the vertical bar, which looks like no holds for time. We're starting off at 82 and then going up in 2.5s, which we will finish at 92.5. So I'll get into my warm-up.
Go back to you, my friend. Don't even ask. Don't play pretend. You know you left me lonely. I could tell them the whole story. It may take a couple hours. I've got time. Let's get to chat. How could I explain the situation? Man, it's so damn complicated. Where do I start? Where do I end? I should go back to bed. I'm going back to all the basics. Teaching myself now how to erase it. It's like learning a whole new language, and I'm afraid, too scared to face it. I just want consistent clarity. But all my
Right, there we go. I managed to find my trusty green finger exerciser. Scoured the shed for it yesterday and it was just hiding on a chair under some stuff. So this is just my favourite thing ever to use. I just love doing, you can just do like 3 or 4 sets of it during the day. I just feel like it gives such a nice stretch up at the top of my forearm. But they really are essential. And another one of my favourite warm-up tools is just a really light resistance band. Like I've started doing some just rows there just to try and engage my lat a bit, just to get my back ready for the rolling handle because it is such a heavy lift. I'm really relying on my back and leg strength to sort of lift the weight up for me. It's difficult to warm my legs up without doing some air squats or something, but they're a lot more used to sort of lifting a heavy load, I guess, because they're walking around with me all day. But just doing some light rows with a band just helps get the blood flowing into my lats, and even just stretching my wrist out like this, I just feel like it helps just really loosen everything up and get me ready for the training session. I was just doing some holds then with the Elite number 1, and I feel like I might just do some holds for time here today. I might just get the number 3 out and do maybe 3 sets of an 8-second hold. It just felt quite nice, especially while we're doing some short holds on the rolling handle. It might sort of complement it. So I'm just going to do 3 sets of 1 8-second hold on each hand. I'm not going to do any rest in between. I'm just going to blast it out really, really quick. So I'm just going to close down and then hold for 8 seconds.
Some peace of mind is all I need to get peace to all of my family. I can't go back to you, my friend. Don't need an ask, don't play pretend. You think you are everything I need, but I'm gonna leave. but can't get through to me. It's not you, yeah, it's always me. I close my heart to you, you see it opens up for nobody. It's been so hard to fall asleep. The weather always makes my nose bleed. Makes my nose bleed.
Right, there we go. They felt really good, actually. Just a nice little 8-second hold on each hand. Yeah, it was a lot tough. I thought it'd be nice, really nice, easy warm up, but it was actually really tough towards the end there holding. But yeah, that feels like a nice warm up. I feel like my hands are sort of pumped up a little bit now and ready to go. But the rolling handle, 72.5. So I think we'll go 25, 50, and then the 20. That should take us to the starting weight. So I'll just do 2 or 3 sets to warm up, and then we'll get into the working sets. I suppose after I talked about my little warm-up techniques on the pinch block yesterday, might as well show you the rolling handle. One of the ones that's the same is starting the weight behind me, and I'll just sort of lift it up and let it sort of rotate in my hand a bit. No particular reason for that. I just feel like it gets a nice stretch up the arm, you know, when it's rolling out. I don't know if you can see, but it's almost like my tricep and my forearm. You can see the different muscles engaging when you do it. Yeah, it's weird, but it just feels nice. I feel like it even helps warm my back up a bit as well. So that's one that I'll do. Another one is just thumbless wrist curls. Just helps build up the wrist and get that ready for the weight. So I'll just do some of these. And then really it's just my standard lifts. Just lifting up to normal, to lock out. And then I might do some of these where I'll lift as normal thumbless, and then at the top I'll just give it a little curl as well. So nothing too fancy, just a couple of different things. Again, I'm just trying to warm up all different muscles that are sort of targeting the same thing. I just feel like it's essential to try and do as many different sort of movements as you can that are all under the same umbrella, and hopefully it just keeps everything in check and, you know, myself injury free, as well as enabling me to lift the higher weight. So I'll carry on warming up. Hey up. Do you want to come and have a lift? Yeah. Whoa, easy. There is no weak hand. We'll get you in for a session one day.
I'll be feeling that around the back.
Yeah.
Fucking night now.
That's what I was just telling them about the warming up my back. That was Russell, our head packer. Just giving a little go on the weights there. He's fulfilling all the orders at the moment while Laura's back at work. So he's doing a really good job, really good at packing everything, but we'll have to work on his technique, I think, a little bit. But I'll carry on with my warm up now. Just one more set before we get into the working weight. Right, set number 1, 5 sets of 2 with a 2-second hold. I'm not going to put any chalk on for these sets. Like I mentioned before, I really just don't think chalk helps that much on a rolling handle. So I'm kind of putting that theory to the test now, even with a hold. I'll see if my thumb can sort of anchor without chalk. So just a bit of an experiment really to see how it feels. But set number 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Nice and easy. Let's see if there's any signs of wear on. So yeah, I guess you can see a little bit. This is sort of what I like to do. You can just about see there where the chalk sort of started coming off. That'll be from my thumb being there. So yeah, for me, the only area that you really need to chalk for rolling handle is your thumb. Possibly when you're on the thicker ones, your fingers are more important, but when you're on the nice thin one, it's really all about the thumb, because that's where you're going to be holding the most weight, and that's what's the most important. So as long as you're chalking your thumb on the 50mm rolling handle, that's all you need. All right, set number 2, I've just re-chalked the handle and I've put a little bit on my thumb. So we'll see if the same thing happens. So we shouldn't be able to see any signs of sweat on the rolling handle after this. But 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Whew. That felt quite good actually on both hands. I know it's quite a low weight, this really. I don't know if I should be working slightly up in weight as well. I have wrote that on the board. So I might chuck a 2.5 on from the set number 3 just because it's feeling really easy. Again, like we've mentioned, don't be afraid of sort of mixing up. If something's feeling too easy, just be sensible with your jumps, like put a 1.25 or a 2.5 on if you're already at quite a decent weight. But there's no point in sort of sticking to a weight that feels too light. Again, if something feels too heavy, don't be afraid of stripping it down and taking a 1.25 off. Just make sure you're getting good, solid reps in. That's the most important thing. And again, it's all about that consistency. If I can get a good 20 reps in here and we're working sets, then that's, as far as I'm concerned, that's a good session done for the day. But yeah, let's chuck a 2.5 on, then I'll have a little rest before set number 3. All right, set number 3, 75 kilos. Let's see how this feels. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Ooh. Lefty letting the side down after its stellar performance on the last rolling handle day. I am going to chuck another 2.5 on because, again, that still felt pretty easy. So maybe I was right about going up in 2.5. So we'll be at 77.5 for set number 4. Then I'll probably put another 2.5 on, which will take us up to 80 for the last set. Right, set number 4. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Come on. 1, 2. Oh! Lefty was struggling there, but it still felt really comfortable on the right. I am going to chuck another 2.5 on for the last set here. Oh, left arm, what are you doing? But this will take us up to 80 kilos for the last set, which is going to be a nice little finisher, I feel like, before we move on to the vertical bar. Let's have a look what we're doing on that. So yeah, starting off at 82.5, which is perfect. So I'll just have a quick minute rest now and then get the last set done. Right, last set. 80 kilos, come on. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, that's a quick count. 1, 2. Oh, well, at least we got the reps in there. A good, solid rolling handle session that. I really enjoy doing those short holds at a reasonably high weight. I feel like they're so good for just building up the hand strength really and getting me ready for the lifts on the day. But let's strip, well, actually we don't need to strip anything off. Let's put a 2.5 on and start on the vertical bar. All right, so we are on to the vertical bar, starting off at a reasonably meaty 82.5 kilos here. And then we are working up in 2.5 kilo increments up to 92.5, which is the last set. So I feel like this could be quite challenging actually after those rolling handle lifts, but we'll see how it's feeling. Oh yeah, that is really tough on the thumb. This is one thing I've noticed now from getting back into it. I feel like my thumb is forming a blister and it's just going to rip when I start trying to, you know, go for 1 rep maxes. But yeah, I'm going to chuck another 2.5 on. The weight didn't feel too bad, but I'm going to have to sort of try and keep my eye on that because I don't want it to tear before the comp really. I don't mind if it tears on the day because it is what it is. I'll just pack it with chalk and carry on. It's not the first time it's happened and it certainly wouldn't be the last. But I don't really want to do it in training because then it gives it a few days to recover and I'll rip it again on the day. So that'd be absolutely horrible. So just trying to sort of be sensible, just sort of listen to how my skin feels, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'll have a little rest before set 2. Right, set number 2, 85 kilos. That felt a bit better. I was trying to angle my thumb a little bit flatter so it's not so much on the area that I feel is like blistering. I'm going to try and show you. I've no idea if you'll be able to see this, but it's sort of like there. I don't know if you can see, but yeah, that there is sort of where it feels like the blister's coming. It's a bit sort of squidgy. Which isn't ideal, but I am going to carry on with these. It did feel a bit better there. I was able to sort of angle my thumb a little bit more where it's almost like that. Whereas normally I'd be wrapped round it like that, where my, you know, the base of my thumb is on it. I was angled a little bit more up like that, so it's not really affecting it too much. It does mean I've slightly got a reduced grip on the handle, but we're not really going that heavy on it, so it shouldn't make too much difference to me really. But set number 3, is that right? Quick bit of maths, need to put a 2.5 on. So I'll just have a little rest now, put this on, and then we'll give her a go. Set number 3. 87.5 kilos. Again, I'm just trying to angle my thumb slightly different. Nice, that feels good. Let's tidy this up a little bit. All right, set number 4, and we're at 90 kilos. Go for the weird thumb technique. It's starting to feel a lot lighter now, again, which is this weird thing that I seem to be growing into the lifts more. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out the best way to utilise this on the day, really, which it's really confused me because I've always feel like I got worse as I went on. Like I said, on the hub, I've only ever really got 2 lifts in me. The pinch maybe got 3 lifts in me at max, but maybe I've got a little bit more than I think, and I need to do a couple of working sets at a higher weight before I go in for my first lift. But I'll figure that out on Thursday when we go have the run through. So last set at 92.5 kilos. Nice. Again, that felt really easy actually, which is good. Felt a lot lighter than 82.5, But that's my nice 20 reps done. Another one ticked off the board. I am considering another change of plan really, just purely down to how my thumb's feeling. I don't know whether just to not do the last 2 sessions. We are on Monday now, and the event is on Sunday. So we've got 6 days. So I don't know whether to rest tomorrow and do the run through on Wednesday. Then that gives me Thursday, Friday, Saturday to recover. I feel like that's probably going to be more sensible. I know we missed 3 training days really when I had that cold, which has kind of thrown off, you know, those training days. So what is it? 1, 2, 3. So yeah, we've missed out on 4 training days there really. 3 when I was ill, and then the last one, which should be on Wednesday, but I think I'll choose to do that as a recovery day as well. So yeah, this is technically the last training episode, unfortunately. I've really enjoyed doing this. It's helped keep me consistent, but I'll have a rest day tomorrow. We'll have the run through on Wednesday. That's just going to be a load of me just talking what's coming into my mind and trying to plan out my lifts for the day. I'll rub them off the whiteboard and we'll sort of plan everything out there. And hopefully I can put it all together on the day. Again, like I said, I'll try and sort of film some stuff and also explain my thought process and stuff like that. But yeah, I will see you tomorrow for episode 11.
I can't go back.